안녕하십니까 여러분, 어서 들어오세요. 오늘 일요일에 KSTYLEYO 라이브를 시작합니다. 오늘도 기사를 통해서 한국어를 읽을 거예요. 그래서 한국어 연습을 같이 할 거니까는 펜이랑 종이 그리고 사전을 꼭 준비해 주세요. 그리고 질문이 있으시면은 라이브 채팅방에 질문을 써주세요. 어서 들어오십시오. 오늘 제가 고른 기사는 일본이랑 관련돼 있어요. 예전에 한번 해본 것 같긴 한데 보이커트 이거에 대해서 그 라이브를 한 적이 있는 것 같은데요. 근데 이번에는 진짜로 어떤 영향이 있는지, 근데 보이커트를 떠나서 일단은 코비드-19 때문에도 좀 영향을 많이 받은 것 같아요. So today's article is about no Japan boycott in South Korea. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of this. It's been going on for a couple of years. So you can actually research in Naver or I guess in Wikipedia even. 2019 boycott of Japanese products in South Korea. I can actually share my screen. You can find it here. They're gonna give you guys a history, background, what's going on. It seems like Korean people started to boycott Japanese product because of the trade dispute. Maybe I can put my head down here. Okay, head down. Yeah. And then it was a big deal like a couple years back. I think Uniqlo is like the trademark of Japanese product for younger generation who want to buy really simple, just like really affordable clothing. I guess it's sort of equivalent to Forever 21 or Zara, but I think the quality is actually better than Forever 21, in my opinion. I don't know if other people have experience on that, but this is really simple clothing. I actually have a tank top underneath from Uniqlo as well. But let me know in the live chat if you ever heard of Uniqlo before, or if you ever purchased any item from Uniqlo. In Toronto, in Canada, there is Uniqlo, so sometimes I go there to buy some clothes. But because of the dispute between Japan and South Korea, South Korean people started to boycott, and even not just buying Japanese product, even traveling to Japan. So you can get more information if you search 2019 boycott of Japanese products, and it can give you more information. So this article that I picked, it's specifically about Uniqlo stores. So as you can see, there's a lot of impact on retail stores because of COVID-19. But I think Uniqlo had one of the biggest impact because of COVID-19 and also Japanese no Japan boycott exercise. So this article is linked in the description down below. If you want to study on your own time, please do so. So I have picked 5 sentences today. So couple sentences are pretty challenging. Second and the fourth one. So we're gonna go through it together. For those who are in the live for the first time, subject orange color, object pink, verb blue, M is miscellaneous work. So this is turquoise color. We're gonna underline each word and go through. So the first sentence that I picked is this one. Let me know if you guys can hear me well, if you can see it well. Okay, so let's get started. 첫 번째 문장 읽어볼게요. 일본 의류 브랜드 유니클로가 매장을 하나 둘 서서히 줄여 나가고 있습니다. Since this is an article, you may find a lot of sentences that end with 다 because it's written format and it sounds more formal as well. 일본 의류 브랜드 유니클로가 매장을 하나 둘 서서히 줄여나가고 있습니다. 더 천천히 읽어볼게요. Welcome, Via. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Julia Ayakata. And then I think there is someone else. 안녕하세요. Oh, welcome. 다시 천천히 읽어볼게요. 일본 의류 브랜드 유니클로가 매장을 하나 둘 서서히 줄여나가고 있습니다. 그러면 주요 동사를 찾아봐야죠. We always need to find the main verb first. 주요 동사는 어디 있습니까? 항상 마지막에 있죠. 센텐스 마지막에 있습니다. 그러면 you may think this is the main verb. But yes and no. Why is that? Because this is a grammar. 있다 is a verb by itself. But 고 있다, this is present tense, progressive, right? So ing tense. So what is the main verb here then? 줄여나가다. 사실은 이게 two verbs are combined here. 줄이다, 나가다. 나가다 by itself means go out. 밖으로 나가다, go outside. 네? 가다 means to go. 나가다, go out. But when it's used with another verb, it's just assisting the meaning of this first verb. So 줄이다, which means it's happening. Even though we do have progressive tense here, but 나가다 also implies it is happening in the process. 줄여나가다. So 줄이다 means what? To cut down. To cut down. 네? 줄이다. So in the process of cutting down. 그러면 목적어가 뭐예요? Cutting down what? 목적어는 을을 object particle. I see one here, 을. Just one. So this is a very simple sentence. 매장을. 매장이 뭔지 아세요? 매장은 store. You may also know another word, 상점. Equivalent. But 매장, when I hear 매장, it sounds more like brand store in my feeling. 매장, store, but Who is cutting down stores? Then what's the subject? 주어가 뭡니까? 가 here subject particle. 일본 의류 브랜드 유니클로가 그쵸? 일본이 뭔지 아세요? 일본. This is Japan. 일본이라 그래요. 한국 사람들은. 일본 의류 clothing brand Uniqlo. These are all nouns. Compound noun. So Uniqlo is in the process of cutting down. What? Stores. 하나, 둘. It says 1, 2. 서서히 gradually. Gradually. Okay? So in English, you're not gonna say 1, 2. You're probably gonna say how? 1 by 1. 그쵸? 1 by 1. Okay? So sometimes in languages, you may express the same thing, but you deliver it a bit differently. Slightly differently. 일본 의류 브랜드 유니클로가 매장을 하나, 둘 서서히 줄여나가고 있습니다. Japanese clothing brand Uniqlo is cutting down gradually one by one. Cutting down what? Stores. 이거는 되게 쉬운 문장이죠. 질문 있으시면 채팅방에 꼭 쳐주세요. 카메라가 좀 움직입니다. 왜 와불거리지? 그러면 2번으로 넘어가겠습니다. 2번이 좀 어렵다 그랬죠? 2번이랑 4번이 어려워요. Pay attention to this one. It's more challenging. So next sentence. 수많은 유사 브랜드를 양산할 정도로 패스트 패션의 선두주자였던 유니클로가 불매운동에 이어 코로나19가 겹치면서 몸집 줄이기에 나섰습니다. 다시 읽어볼게요. 수많은 유사 브랜드를 양산할 정도로 패스트 패션의 선두주자였던 유니클로가 I paused here, right? And then I paused here. 불매운동에 이어 코로나19가 겹치면서 몸집 줄이기에 나섰습니다. 더 천천히 읽어볼게요. 수많은 유사 브랜드를 양산할 정도로 패스트 패션의 선두주자였던 유니클로가 I think they have a typo here. I think uni. I copy paste from the article. It's uni. They wrote it wrong. typo. 유니클로가 불매 운동에 이어 코로나19가 겹치면서 몸집 줄이기에 나섰습니다. 그러면 주요 동사가 뭐예요? Try to identify which words you can see, which words you already know. This is such a long sentence, so there must be multiple conjunctions. I'm just guessing. But first of all, let's find the main verb. 나서다. 이거 보이시나요? 나서다. 나서다가 뭐예요? Look up the word in dictionary. It comes up as what? To come forward or to get started. Okay? To get started. 그러면 who got started? Who came forward? Subject. 은는 이가. 찾아보세요. 여기 있죠? 가. 유니클로가. But we don't know if this subject is related to this verb. We don't know that. And we keep going. 코로나19 가. This is also subject. But we don't know if this is related to this verb. Uniqlo got started. Or Corona-19 got started. We don't know which one it is. Right? 그러면 처음부터 가볼게요. 수많은 많은 들어봤어요 이거? 많은 a lot of 수많은 it means the same thing, a lot of. In English you may also say countlessly, so meaning a lot, right? But this is an adjective, so I will use countless. Describing 유사 브랜드를 similar brand, similar clothing brand. 양산할 정도로 양산하다. New word for you, maybe? 양산하다. This is produce. 알 정도로, 이거 본 적 있으세요? 알 정도로. Enough to. You're making notes while watching this, right? Try to make notes. Make your own notes. Enough to produce similar brand, but countless similar brand. Fast fashion. I guess it's English. Fast fashion. Apostrophe S. Possessive. 선두주자였던. 이게 무슨 뜻이에요? Front runner. Meaning leading in the industry. 였던 past tense adjective describing Uniqlo. So Uniqlo, who was a front runner of fast fashion, enough to produce countless similar brands. So this is adjective clause. So you may find that you can maybe cut it here, doesn't matter. But this is the end of the adjective clause to describe Uniqlo. 그러면 불매운동에 이어. 불매운동이 뭔지 아세요? This is boycott. Boycott. 이어. Following. So this is actually coming from a verb, 있다. 있다 means what? To connect. Okay? To connect. So, 에 이어 becomes following. Following, boycott. 코로나19가 겹치면서 코로나19 겹치다. 겹치다. 이게 무슨 뜻이죠? overlapped. It could be physically something is overlapped, or it could be events. In this context is event, right? Boycott event, corona event. So those two events are overlapped. So be overlapped. Overlapped. 면서. 이게 뭐예요? I think yesterday we kind of talked about it. 면서, simultaneous, while. While this is happening. 몸집 줄이기에 나섰습니다. 몸집 줄이기에. So, 몸집이 뭔지 아세요? This is actually kind of funny. Because 몸, I'm writing on top here, is body. 집. 집이 뭐예요? House. Body house. 몸집. This becomes build. Your build. Okay, your body figure. Okay. So, 몸집이 두껍다. You can say maybe your build is thick. 몸집. 몸집이 세다. Your build is strong. But here what? 몸집을 줄이기. 줄이다 is the verb. By adding 기 becomes a noun, right? So reducing. Reducing build. Can you guys guess what that means? Reducing build. So let's start again. While you're thinking, Uniqlo, who was a front runner of fast fashion, enough to produce countless similar brands, got started to do something, reducing build, while Corona-19 is overlapped with following. This is a following boycott, but we can say overlapped with boycott. So, 몸집 줄이기. 무슨 뜻인지 아세요? Do you guys ever say that in English phrase? Cut the fat. When I say cut the fat, it doesn't mean literal body fat. It means fat. Unnecessary expenditure. Cut the fat. Right? So this is what it means. 몸집을 줄이다. Reducing build. Okay? You're minimizing the expense. 무슨 뜻인지 알겠어요? 이해하시면 채팅방에 써주세요. Let me know if I'm going through too fast. If you let me know, I know that you're following. Okay? 그러면 다음 문장으로 가겠습니다. 여기 봐야지. 유니클로. 여기 있습니다. 문장. 다음 문장은 여기 있어요. 유니클로는 지난해 매장 34곳이 문을 닫았고 올해 들어 이달에만 10곳이 영업을 종료합니다. I can't speak. I haven't actually read speaking out loud. Maybe that's why. 유니클로는 지난해 매장 34곳이 문을 닫았고 올해 들어 이달에만 10곳이 영업을 종료합니다. 종료합니다. You don't pronounce it as 종료. It's hard to say. You use N. 종료합니다. Even B sounds like M, right? B니다. 종료합니다. 그쵸? 다시 천천히 읽을게요. 유니클로는 지난해 매장 34곳이 문을 닫았고 올해 들어 이달에만 10곳이 영업을 종료합니다. 그러면 주요 동사가 뭡니까? 주요 동사를 찾아보십시오. 항상 문장 마지막에 있다 그랬죠? 종료합니다. 한번 이거 찾아보세요. 종료하다. 종료하다. This is to end. The same thing as 끝내다. Okay? 끝내다. 종료합니다. And what? Object. So, I see object here. 문을. 안녕하세요, Shirley. Welcome. 문을 닫았고. So, this is object. But we don't know if this object is related to this. And 을 here 영업을 영업 sales do I say sales? Business. You can say business. Business. So and business or and door. We don't know which one it is, right? 그러면 maybe there is a conjunction. Look for a conjunction, verb conjunction in this sentence. Who can find the conjunction? 이거 보이세요? 고, and, verb and, right? And then another conjunction. Another clause. Sorry, that's what I meant. Another clause. 닫았고. So this is the verb 닫다. Close. Past tense. 닫았고. Closed door. Maybe, right? Closed door. And ended business. Then let's figure out what the subject is related to this and this one. So first of all, do you guys see Uniqlo는 this is subject particle, but it could also mean as for. As for Uniqlo, 지난해, last year, 매장, 매장 34곳, 네 곳이, you drag the sound, S sound. Subject particle. 매장 이미 얘기했죠? This is store. 34곳, counting particle for place. So 34 stores, you can say. 34 stores. Close the door, meaning they shut the business. And 올해, this year, 올해 들어, entering this year, but you may just interpret it as this year. 올해 들어, or 올해, that's fine. 이달에만, this month, this is time particle, only in this month, but you don't say in this month, right? So only this month. 10곳이, 10 places, and business. So Uniqlo는, as for Uniqlo, last year, 34 places of stores closed their door, meaning closed the business. Shut the door. closed down or had a closure, right? And this year, only in this month, 10 stores end their business. But even though it sounds like a lot, but overall, there are many stores in South Korea. I think overall in South Korea, 180 stores. But now that they're closing over 40 stores, so it'll be around 140 stores. But still a lot, right? Uniqlo brand is very popular and everybody knows it in South Korea, obviously. But I don't know if you guys ever seen it in your country. So this is the fourth sentence. One of the most challenging ones. We did the second one and this is another challenging one. Okay? And then after this we have another sentence. Something easier. 그러면 다음 문장은 여기 있습니다. 2004년 한국 시장에 진출한 유니클로는 비교적 저렴하면서도 기능성을 갖춘 제품으로 소비자의 마음을 사로잡으며 5년 연속 매출 1조 원을 돌파하기도 했습니다. Welcome, Anna. 안녕하세요. Welcome. 다시 읽어볼게요. 2004년 한국 시장에 진출한 유니클로는 비교적 저렴하면서도 기능성을 갖춘 제품들로 소비자의 마음을 사로잡으며 5년 연속 매출 1조 원을 돌파하기도 했습니다. So you joined when we're doing the most challenging sentence, Anna. So good timing. 다시 천천히 읽어볼게요. 2004년 한국 시장에 진출한 유니클로는 비교적 저렴하면서도 기능성을 갖춘 제품들로 소비자의 마음을 사로잡으며 5년 연속 매출 1조 원을 돌파하기도 했습니다. Can you guys guess what it means? While I'm reading, maybe try to read out loud for you too. Although I don't hear how you're reading, but it's a good practice. Try to speak out loud. Okay? 그러면 주요 동사는 뭡니까? 주요 동사. So at the end of the sentence, always. 그쵸? So 하다 verb, do you see? 하다. However, I'm not gonna think of this as a main verb. Why? Because here, 기도하다. Something 기하다. 기도하다. So verb root 기도하다. So this is another grammar. So main verb I'm gonna consider 돌파하다 as a main verb. So this one, it does happen. So in English, it's a subtle difference. Instead of 돌파하다, break through. Okay? 돌파하다 means break through. instead of saying something breaks through, in English, it does break through. Very subtle difference. Okay, it does break through. So you can tell. That's the best explanation for me. You may think of it as some kind of emphasis, or it does happen, or sometimes it doesn't. You may interpret it in your way, but this is how English speakers will say. It does happen. So 돌파하다, breakthrough. 그러면 do you guys see a conjunction? Conjunction. 문장이 진짜 길어요. So there must be some conjunction. I see one here. 며, 으며, while. 사로잡다 is a verb. 사로잡다. 잡다 means what? Grab. Right? You can interpret it as a grab as well here. But 사로잡다. This is not the physical grabbing. This is mind. Grabbing someone's mind. So in English you say captivate. Captivate. 그쵸? Captivate something. Okay? So do you guys see any other conjunction? I think we see 면서 here. 하면서도 잡으면서 면서 is also while. So let me look up something. 으며. Is there a difference between 으며, 으며, 며? Okay, that's while. 면서 is while. Oh, it's the same thing. Verb root 으면서, verb root 으며. We have two different whiles here. Two different while. Okay? 도, this could be also. 그러면 저렴하다 이게 무슨 뜻이죠? 저렴하다. To be affordable. Okay? Something's affordable. Right? So we kind of broke it into clauses based on the conjunction. But still it is a long sentence. So we're gonna have to break apart. So starting from 2004년. So you use Chinese number system. 2004년. 2004년 한국 시장에 한국. You don't pronounce it as 한국. It's hard to say, right? 한국. Okay? It's easier. NG sound. 한국. 한국 Korea market. 한국 시장에 진출한. 진출하다 verb describing Uniqlo. This is the adjective clause. 그쵸? 진출하다. Expand. In Naver Dictionary it says expand, but for me I also interpret it as almost like commence. Joined. So Uniqlo who expanded or joined in Korea market in 2004. So this Uniqlo는 subject 비교적 relatively affordable while relatively being affordable also 기능성 functionality 기능성 is a functionality 기능 by itself this is a function by adding 성 it sounds like functionality 갖춘 describing 제품들 그쵸? 갖추다 if you look up this word it's gonna come up as be equipped with or I'm gonna go with another way meet verb as meet so either be equipped with this or meet this so 제품들로 products that meet functionality I think it's easier because this is the object now so this adjective clause starting from here right so products that are relatively affordable while relatively affordable also what meet functionality as 소비자 or you can say by as or by depends on the context 소비자의 마음을 consumer's mind right 소비자 consumer possessive 마음 is mind 사로잡으며 captivate consumer's mind while that's happening what happened 5년 연속 5-year consecutively 매출 revenue this is a pop quiz for you 1조 원을 돌파하기도 했습니다 they broke through they did past tense they did break through 1조 원 1조 원을 object particle so here pop quiz one is Korean currency so if you say 1,001 equals $1 US dollar okay maybe I write it below 1,001 equals 1 USD how much do you think that is I don't know how big of the number you've studied in Korean you can also look it up if you don't know 조 here this is T trillion 1 trillion won okay 1 trillion won but you have to remove 3 zeros to convert it into USD so that being said 1 trillion won becomes what 1 billion USD 1 billion. So I guess 5 years in a row, annual revenue, they had 1 billion USD or 1 trillion won. I guess that's quite a lot. I cannot compare to any other brand because I don't know much about it, but it sounds a lot. So let's go back. Uniqlo, this is the main subject. Did break through this main object. 그쵸? The rest is describing what Uniqlo is, and this is describing the products of Uniqlo. 네? 그러면 유니클로는 who expanded in Korean market in 2004 did break through 5-year consecutive revenue 1 trillion won while captivating consumers' mind by their products that meet functionality, also while relatively being affordable. 이해하십니까? 질문 있으시면 채팅방에 써주세요. I guess you guys don't have any questions. You guys so smart. 똑똑해요. 그러면 5번 마지막 문장으로 가겠습니다. 이거는 좀 쉽죠? 여기 있습니다. This is a sentence is about how their business model is kind of changing. It's not because only from boycott. I guess it's for every retail store, you know, because of COVID-19 happened and everybody has to change their business model. So this is the phrase. 또 소비 트렌드 변화에 맞춰 온라인 판매 비중을 늘릴 것이라고 설명했습니다. 또 소비 트렌드 변화에 맞춰 온라인 판매 비중을 늘릴 것이라고 설명했습니다. 그럼 같이 읽어보세요. 천천히 읽을게요. 같이. 또 소비 트렌드 변화에 맞춰 온라인 판매 비중을 늘릴 것이라고 설명했습니다. Did you guys say it together? It's kind of fun. Even online, you pronounce it as online. It's hard, right? I say online. Online. 그러면 주요 동사가 뭡니까? 주요 동사 이거죠. 지금 계속 물어보는데 좀 쉽습니다. 쉬워요 이거. 설명하다가 무슨 뜻인지 아세요? 설명하다. 지금 제가 설명하고 있죠? I'm explaining to you now. So 설명하다 to explain. 설명하다. Who explains? Perhaps subject may be omitted. Subject particle is not there. Oh, Shirley went ahead. Good stuff. So, somebody explained that. This is quotation. 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 In English, you say that, and then another clause, right? Somebody explained that. Okay? So, inside here, we can look into it together. This 그 clause or that clause. I say 그 clause, you know why? 그 is also a French that. Okay? 그 clause or that clause. So inside this clause, do you guys see verb here? It's not a main verb. This is a clause verb. Quotation verb. 늘리다. 알 것이라고. Will. This is future. will expand. 늘리다 also means expand. Expand. Okay. You also see object here. We can get to it after. How about, is there a conjunction? Conjunction. Inside this quotation clause. This could be or not could be. It is a conjunction, but it's used with a noun. 에 맞춰. 소비 트렌드 변화에 맞춰. It's noun. Okay? Consumer trend change. Consumer trend change. 맞춰. You can think of it as adapting to. 맞추다. This is to match. Okay? 눈을 맞추다. You have eye contact. 입을 맞추다 means to kiss. Okay? 맞추다. Here, matching with the trend change, meaning you can think of it as adapting, following the trend. So also following or adapting to consumer trend change, online 판매, sale, ratio, will expand. So somebody, I'm assuming this is Uniqlo. Uniqlo explained that they will expand. Online sales ratio, they're gonna expand it. Adapting to consumer trend change. 이해하십니까? 사실은 when I lived in South Korea, as you know, I live in Canada currently. I moved here like 12 years ago. There was no internet shopping here when I moved here. But before I moved here in South Korea, there was a big boom in online shopping mall. There was a huge trend over there, like over a decade ago. People are left and right and center, they're building their shopping mall on the internet and making a lot of money. Like here these days, you spend so many hours, countless of hours to find the good price, good quality, because there's so many products to compare. But obviously people tend to go to Amazon because it's easier. But when I lived in South Korea, there's so many shopping malls, like individual shopping malls. But when I moved to Canada, there was zero online shopping mall. There was zero. So actually I thought, oh, how come? I thought Canadian, must be, must be having the trend before us, right? But no, I think because of the geographical reason, it's such a large land and also much less population. So trend starts somewhere, but it doesn't spread as quickly as South Korea. But nowadays, people use social media, so trend spreads anywhere across the globe very fast, right? But back in the day, no social media, nothing, just email, MSN, right? So trend doesn't start and then spread quickly. But it's kind of funny story because I started an online shopping mall back in the day because I thought that I'd be the first Korean online shopping mall in Canada. But it actually didn't work out. Maybe I should have kept pursuing being persistent about the process. But I realized that I was importing Asian clothes, like Korean clothes from South Korea. But we didn't have many different sizes. Almost every clothes is one size. I mean, obviously things have changed now because of the diet, whatnot. But back in the day, if I go shopping in South Korea, they just have one size. Literally. So I kept importing all the one size clothes and nobody wants to really buy unless it really fits them. So I'm like, shit, like how am I gonna do this online shopping mall? And also Canada is like the second largest country. So how am I gonna make even, out of the profit, right? Because I am spending more money for shipping. But Jeff Bezos persisted. He just pursued his dream and made things happen. But it's kind of funny story which I never revealed before. Yeah, so hopefully this article was useful to you. If you like learning Korean from article, make sure to check out my playlist. I can also put the link in the comment below. I have many different live streamings that I use articles, so you can continue watching that. And if you have any questions after the live streaming is over, just leave them comment down below. And if you engage this channel by clicking like, or if you don't like it, then click dislike. It really helps the algorithm for YouTube, so it helps this channel to grow. So hopefully you can give thumbs up if you like this learning. And next weekend on Saturday, I see you guys for another live streaming at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Then enjoy the rest of the day. 감사합니다. 안녕.